Frost. He's founder of the rum brand, The Duppy Share. We'll find out maybe about some sales and what's been going on in his business, but also we'll be looking at the front pages and the stories within. We might even find out about who's been watching what on Netflix. We may very well talk about some hotels, some vodka, find out about Mr. Clarkson, and indeed, the man who ditched his cryptocurrency business as well. So all sorts of things to discuss there with George, and we'll be finding out about the most extraordinary story behind one of Britain's most favourite and delicious dishes as well. So that's still to come, plus we continue our conversation. 300 days since Russia invaded Ukraine, the US, they've pledged their continued support, and I'm asking you this morning, what further help should the UK provide? So if you want to get involved in that conversation, it's 0344 499 1000. You can tweet at TalkTV and at the James Max. Meanwhile, time to say very good morning to George Frost, founder of the Duppy Share. It's a rum brand. George, good morning.
Good morning, right back at you.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed for coming in. Now, just before the news, I was chatting to Dr. Roger Gievil. Now, Roger is founder of Fair Money. He's a personal finance and credit expert, and he likes to get very hot under the collar about things. And the thing is that we've chatted about so many other things that I hadn't finished letting him froth. Roger, you still there?
I'm here.
Yes, well, I know that, almost a nuclear winter wouldn't wipe you out, particularly if you're having a froth. And you were just about to do some frothing about Netflix, and I know that they're in the papers, and George wanted to talk about that as well. So why don't we we'll just have a chat about Netflix. What I don't get about this is that they seem to get really excited about having 3 million viewers, and yet, Strictly come boring and millions more tune into it. I don't get it.
Well, yeah, certainly. And networks, cable networks like Newsmax in the United States have 50, 75, 100 million homes hooked up. So, but they make very controversial stuff, and they get all excited. I think that plays on the difference, as we were talking about earlier, between the UK and the States. In the UK, people, as I was saying, are none too happy about Harry and Meghan's recent performances, nor the Netflix series. Whereas in the States, a lot of people see them as engaged in a heroic act. Even the Kennedys, who, after all, are American royalty, awarded them a huge public prize for effectively combating
bore off with all that. Bore off. What a load of old nonsense. But look, George, sorry, I can't deal with that. A load of old horse poo.
Yeah.
George, George is here. You've, however, got...
Hi, George.
Yes.
Morning.
George, you've got news on what's been watching. So we've got The Crown, which is a lovely piece of beautifully crafted telly. Mm-hmm. And then we've got this cheap and nasty tawdry production as put together on, the whinge fest that is. Who has won the battle of the viewing figures?
Between those shows? Or?
Yes.
Well, the Meghan one by a million or so. Harry features as well, but...
Yeah. It's a bit sad that that's the case, isn't it? A beautiful piece of drama, which costs absolutely gazillions to make, and kind of people are sort of watching it. Although, maybe people are just a little bit fed up with the licence that they've taken, and it's not... It's a version of the truth. Mind you, they're both versions of the truth. They're both half made up.
Well, yeah, but one is said to be a drama. I think that the shocking thing from Netflix's viewpoint is the trailer that included, pictures of the paparazzi that weren't about Harry and Meghan. They were about completely... Ofcom doesn't have any power over them, but that's shocking. That's totally shocking, and yet it was sort of...
Well, it's kind of passed off as like, yeah, OK, whatever. Which is, if you're going to tell a story, if you're going to drop a bomb, then do me a favour, just make sure that it's corroborated in some shape or form. Having said that, we've seen the whole Clarkson fiasco this week, and for some, that has been... This is what they've been talking about, that somebody can write that sort of stuff, there is no comeback, and there it is. And I suppose, this is why we end up watching all this stuff. Roger, just finally to you, as we look at Netflix, are they making enough money to please their investors?
They seem to be, yeah. There was a period where it all started going pear-shaped, But I think these two things will bring it back. But I think it should be understood that, I mean, I do the TV and radio in the UK, but I also do it in the US, telling them what's happening in the UK and Europe. And I have to say, I mean, there is a significant difference in how Americans feel about this. A lot of them think these people are heroes. And they say to me, yeah, but Roger, okay, I've heard what you said. You said that you shouldn't air dirty family laundry. You've said that the monarchy should be respected and honored and preserved as a great tradition. You've said that it costs £100 million a year for them to bring in $2 billion. Yeah, fine. But what if Harry and Meghan are right, Roger? Then what happens? And on programs, I've been
luckily
pushed to
they're
say,
not.
well,
Yeah, no. Oh, look, George, just cut your legs off there, Roger. Now, I know that you like to froth, and I literally, I want a very, very quick answer from you, Roger, on this. I want to know: are you half full or half empty in terms of your glass for 2023?
oh, half full, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a surprise for everybody. Dr. Roger Givold.
Even three quarters.
Oh, well then, it floweth over. Right, there we go. Dr. Roger Givold, CEO of Fair Money, personal finance credit expert. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.